Hello, ladies and gents. It's Hagbard Celine here on another beautiful afternoon, and today we're going to be discussing a subject that I had no intention of covering: the Orlando shooting. I never had any intention of covering it because I come from that area, and I've seen the Pulse nightclub. I've been inside the Pulse nightclub. It's not a bad little place. I didn't want to talk about it. It's an unpleasant subject for me, and I try and keep things light here. So in that vein, I've decided that if I'm going to talk about it, that I'm going to talk about people spreading bizarre misinformation about it instead. So in the spirit of that, let's proceed with the following video, which is entitled, "The Worst Mass Shooting in History, Whitewashed."
First of all, the Orlando shooting was not the worst mass shooting in America, white people, so stop saying that.
I know it's painful for you because it goes against the narrative that only people who are melanin deficient can commit violent crimes, but I'm sure you have plenty of good evidence to back how this isn't the worst mass shooting in U.S. history.
Once again, y'all whitewashing history. I guess y'all white people forgot about the Wounded Knee Massacre in 1890 when 290 unarmed Indians at school got killed, including over 200 women and children.
Ignoring the fact that you're comparing an act of conquestual war to a shooting in a gay club, just ignoring that entirely, and ignoring the fact that there was 500 or 600 people involved in that shooting, and ignoring the fact that those Indians were not unarmed. While they were in the process of being unarmed, they had not successfully been unarmed. Ignoring all that, this was also not one-sided. This was an exchange of blows. You might even say this was war, if you can imagine that. And also, some of these atrocities were committed by the natives. At times, on other natives. But of course you know nothing about that because you've only selectively learned history to slander white people for your own benefit. I don't know what benefit aside from the benefit of your feelings, because that's all you're going to get out of this.
Y'all white people must forgot about the Tulsa riots between May 31st and June 1st of 1921 when over 300 black people got killed.
Yes, this event did occur, though your 300 number is including all deaths. But beyond that, let's ignore the fact that you just want it to be black deaths. Let's move on to the fact that you can't seem to find something from this century. Because in this century, the riots I remember look like this, or this. But again, I feel you might be being slightly disingenuous here comparing a race riot from 1921 involving thousands of participants with a mass shooting involving one.
But Orlando shooting is worst shooting the Orlando is worst mass shooting in America.
Many people in the Tulsa riots are deemed to have been killed by fire, like flames. How is that a mass shooting, dear? But if you'd like to enter the realm of nonsensical but unfavorable statistics, we can talk about how many people have been shot in Chicago just this year. Mind you, it's only June, and this is but one city. Of course, you don't want to discuss that. You want to discuss how evil white people are, because that makes you feel better.
And all Muslims are terrorists. Check this out, white people. There are 1.5 billion Muslims on this planet. If all Muslims was terrorists, y'all would be dead by now.
That's untrue, sir, because the vast majority of them do not have access to any sort of technological advancements that would even allow them to cross the ocean, let alone do serious damage once they entered our borders. That doesn't make sense, you know that, right? And using that same logic, I like to point out to the Palestinian crybabies that if Israel wanted you dead, you'd be dead. If there was a genocide, you'd be gone, right?
I'm just saying.
No, you're just talking out your ass.
Once again, black people like me are thugs.
Not doing anything to help that stereotype here, are we?
We hoodlums and all that like that.
What?
We hoodlums and all that like that. We hoodlums and all that like that. We hoodlums and all that like that.
Man, I grew up in the hood and I have no idea what the fuck you just said.
And supposedly every black person's Black Lives Matter.
Has anyone ever told you you have an amazing mind? Not in the way one usually means that, but I've never once thought every black person is Black Lives Matter. That's what Black Lives Matter wants to promote, but I'm not stupid enough to buy that.
What else y'all white people say? Muslims are terrorists. What about y'all? Who the real terrorists? Do you know the majority of terrorist attacks that happened in America was carried out by white people? So who's the real terrorist here?
Numerologically, yes, but only by the study that includes vandalism and other such property acts as acts of terrorism, and only by body count if one removes 9/11. Also, white people are between 67 and 72% of the United States population, and Muslims are less than 1%, and yet perpetuate a huge percent of terrorist activities. You want to talk about black people and crime statistics next, or? No, I didn't figure.
Who's the real terrorist here? Y'all quick to, like I said, man, y'all so quick to forget about history.
And y'all so quick to ignore the present.
So quick. It's amazing how y'all created racism, but yet y'all want to take credit for racism. But yet y'all take credit for everything else.
I'm fairly certain that you misconstructed that sentence. I can't even understand what you meant by it. I assume you meant white people created racism but want to take credit for trying to end racism, which is interesting because I'd invite you to go to Han, China and see how they treat you. Ooh, a chocolate man.
That black people made and invented. And you really think Thomas Edison invented the light bulb?
The Latimer myth is getting quite old, as he started to patent his filament, which wasn't for the light bulb, just the filament, a full 21 years after Swan did in England.
Think again. To be honest with y'all, if it wasn't for black people, y'all motherfuckers would still be in the cave trying to figure out how to start a goddamn fire.
There are sub-Saharan African tribes that still don't have a written language. There are sub-Saharan African tribes that still can't construct a bow. There are sub-Saharan African tribes that don't know what a wheel is. Idiot.
But once again, I'm looking at once again. I'm on social media and I see all these racist comments from white people, and I'm not going to just say my comments in all my videos. You know what? Y'all can comment on all my videos because I know what y'all white people gonna say. I know what y'all gonna do. Y'all so predictable. Every white person's predictable.
Ironically, I approach and debunk these videos, and every single black video I debunk is the exact same. You have the same like 5 talking points that you've assembled throughout the last 20 or 35 years of fucking Afrocentric theory. You have the same 5 points as every other Afrocentric idiot I've ever heard. Somehow you just wanted to co-opt the Orlando shooting for your own attention again. Kinda like you idiots did after the Paris shooting. 'Cause you're a bunch of crybabies that are in need of attention.
It's like a game of chess. I know your every move. I'm 10 steps ahead of you. That's why I'm undisable my comments. Because I'm gonna step back. I'm not gonna reply to none of y'all. I'm just gonna sit right there, let y'all say hateful stuff. That's it. Let y'all hate on me, because at the end of the day, y'all helping me get paid. I get paid per view on YouTube. So guess what? You come on my video, you start commenting on all my shit, that counts as a view. So you hate me, but yet you support me because you're watching my videos.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not even going to provide a link in the description for you to go talk to this gentleman, because I don't want him getting paid his measly $10 or $11 a month that he could possibly be making from YouTube. Because this is what his page looks like. This is what his view counts look like. He thinks this is getting paid. Holy shit, ladies and gentlemen. Holy shit.
If you don't like me, don't watch my videos. Unsubscribe. A couple months ago, back in September, when I started to degrade my own race, y'all white people love me.
Incorrect. I have no idea who the fuck you are.
But now now y'all find that I'm pro-black and I'm pro-African, y'all hate me now because I'm speaking truth. Don't.
I didn't edit that. Like so many retards on YouTube, he ran out of memory on his phone, I guess. It's hard to say. And the video just stopped. That's where it ends, is him crying about the fact that I guess he made a one anti-Black Lives Matter video and it drew some anti-black people. And now he's crying about those people, making fun of him. That's your fault. This is the content you created. The last thing I do is get on YouTube and bitch about the people in my comment section, because I'm not a child. That being said, that's the story of the black man that tried to turn the Orlando shooting into a black-white race issue by using massacres and race riots that occurred in excess in one case and almost 100 years ago. Those were his examples. Because he is a genius. And he considers himself a Pan-Africanist! Whatever the fuck that means. I hope you had fun, ladies and gents. I think this was an interesting little video. I'll be back on Thursday. Stay safe, good luck, and goodbye.